Welcome to part 2 of Signature Journey's Southern Blues escorted holiday from Memphis to New Orleans in the USA. In this episode, we're continuing our journey aboard the American Queen steamboat down the Mississippi, where in 7 days we begin our musical journey in New Orleans. We're travelling with a small group of like-minded travellers for a 20-day blues and jazz experience of a lifetime. On this holiday, we are joined by special guest Brian Lizotte, chef to the stars and co-owner of Lizotte's Theatre Restaurant in Newcastle, and his lovely wife Jo, whom also joined us. Now, to find out a little more about Signature Journey's escorted holidays, we caught up with Helga Sixara.
Our signature journeys take care of all the details so that when you're ready to travel and experience this holiday of a lifetime, you don't have to worry about any little thing, because our tour escorts and hosts know the destination, they know all the little things, they know the places to go and have the best beer in town or listen to the best jazz in New Orleans or wherever you might be. So these are people that have got the experience on the ground, and they will make sure that you walk away having had the best holiday in your life and the greatest memories.
This 20-day journey begins in Memphis, where we then board the American Queen steamboat for 7 days, stopping in Greenville, Vicksburg, Natchez, St. Francisville, Baton Rouge, and the final stop, Nottoway, before disembarking onto New Orleans. After a night of fine food and even finer company floating gently down the Mississippi, we find ourselves docking this morning in the rich history of cotton plantations and culture known as the Mississippi Delta, in the quaint little town of Greenville. And it's here we get to experience our premium excursion, small towns, big legends, the story of B.B. King.
Well, right now you're at the B.B. King Museum and Delta Interpreter Center in Indianola, Mississippi, and we are located in the middle of the Mississippi Delta. One of the things you can see is, in addition to his gravesite, you'll be delighted with a chronicle of his life. So in the beginning of the museum, you start out with a short film that just kind of take you back to where he was born. It's called an introductory film. From there, you're going to the sense of place. It just kind of give you a sense of where you are. You hear the sounds and see the sights that's privy to the Delta. From there, you're going to his early years and how he became this big blues icon. He'll move from there to the Club Ebony section, which is somewhere you guys are gonna visit in just a moment. And then from there, how he got to Memphis. You know, he started singing gospel music. He moved from there to Memphis because of an incident that occurred on the farm, and that incident made him go running. Once he got to Memphis, he was able to get on Beale Street, start doing some things there, moved from there to a show in Arkansas. From there, he was able to get a job on the radio in Memphis and then do his first recording. Now, BB always wanted to record. From there, you'll go into a simulated bus to just kind of give you BB's travels throughout the world. Now you go into the turbulent times of him actually traveling around. Then, of course, he go to play for his first white crowd and move on from there. So that's basically what the museum is about.
It's on to one of the South's most important African-American nightclubs, Club Ebony. Some of the blues best played here, and today we had the chance to enjoy a meal, some fine music, and its nostalgic surroundings.
What a day, visiting the museum of one of the finest musicians that ever lived, B.B. King. And I just have the best memories, and to be able to go back to the place where it all started, to end up on the stage of the Club Ebony, where such greats as B.B. himself, obviously, but people like Count Basie, Ray Charles, and all of the rest of the blues legends. It's quite incredible to just be in the house, and they haven't changed a thing, and that's the other great thing. It was probably one of the best tourist attractions that I've ever done in my whole life. If not, well, it was the best. I feel very, very privileged that I had the time, the chance to meet him and feed him when I was backstage catering at the Sydney Entertainment Centre, and also in Perth when I first started my catering business. They love their food, and as we all say, musicians travel on their stomachs, and that man loved to eat.
One of the most popular stops along the way is Vicksburg, Mississippi. Take a bike from the boat and enjoy this beautiful town, or jump on the ever-popular Vicksburg Battlefield Tour to experience all the history of the American Civil War, which pitted brother against brother and changed the nation forever. Described as the key to the South by Abraham Lincoln, this southern town carries a history unlike any other Civil War city. The Battle of Vicksburg, Mississippi, was the culmination of a long land and naval campaign by Union forces to capture a key strategic position during the American Civil War. It would also open up the river to northern traffic along its entire length. We visit the National Military Park on a guided coach tour, which includes a stop to the USS Cairo ironclad gunboat and museum. There's also some time to take a quiet walk at the Vicksburg National Cemetery and remember those who lost their lives during this time in American history. It's another day and another arrival into port as we visit the world-famous town of Natchez. Natchez is the jewel of southwest Mississippi, full of hospitality and southern charm. With beautiful antebellum mansions, some over 200 years old, it's easy to see why National Geographic voted this town one of the top 50 places to visit in your lifetime. And the best way to do that is to get one of the hop-on, hop-off bus tours. The American Queen hop-on, hop-off coach service is certainly the easiest, hassle-free way to explore as much of this charming river town as you like. Initially serving as a French fort in 1716, this sleepy southern town, perched high above the Mississippi River, avoided major damage during the Civil War and, as a result, is home to more than 600 examples of antebellum-style architecture. Some homes offer self-guided and guided tours of its interiors and exteriors, giving you a glimpse of the life in the South way back when. It's off down the road for a guided antebellum tour, this time hosted by a local food celebrity, who also shares with us a few home cooking secrets along the way.
You know, coming home to Mississippi, I would say, you know, we're the biscuit capital of the world, Natchez. So biscuits, or here you go. I mean, I kind of come back to my roots, but I did very well with the biscuits in San Francisco. But here, it's using the local ingredients, and you kind of go through phases. Right now, I'm in a pork shoulder phase because there are just so many great things you can do with pork shoulder. My favorite thing right now is to braise it and serve it on some jalapeno cheese grits, and then surround it in a nice big bowl with cooked collard greens. That's a fabulous dish. It is the color of the South, and the flavors. We have so much to work with here. You know, I mean, and we're known for fried chicken and fried foods, but really what we eat so much in the homes, if you go back to kind of the country cooking and the way we've always done, it's a lot of braised meats, a lot of vegetables. Everybody grows slow cooking.
The following day, we take the American Queen hop-on, hop-off service around the charming town of St. Francisville. St. Francisville, Louisiana is right in the heart of plantation country, and although a quiet, quaint little town from years gone by, retains a wealth of history, beautiful art galleries and antique stores, and lies just 30 miles north of Baton Rouge. It's a wonderful opportunity to enjoy the serenity of a peaceful town and take your time shopping for gifts and souvenirs to take home. If you still have room in your suitcase, there's an abundance of antique stores housing some rare and unusual American collectibles. It's back on board for an afternoon cruise into the sunset as one of our very musically talented travellers, Malcolm, joins in on a warm-up session just prior to an evening of cocktails hosted by Signature Journeys. Joe, how have you found the American Queen?
This has been beyond anything that I could ever have imagined. The people that we've met and become good friends with has just been amazing, and I just wish that we'd done this before now.
And the opulence of the boat.
Unbelievable. What they've done to redecorate this and bring it back to its original state has just been incredible. And the food has just, from someone that has been working in restaurants for so many years, has excelled any expectation that we had.
So there's 3 courses every night.
Too much, way too much. Lunch, breakfast, anything in between. American chocolate chip cookies, banana, banoffee pie, everything has just been incredible.
And it's great that Signature Journeys puts on a cocktail party for everyone.
Absolutely, and the open bar is fantastic. Yay! I just think that what they've done is amazing because it's brought everyone we've been together now for 10 days. I have seen most of these people in the restaurant, but I'm always serving them. What I have found now, I've got new friends. I know about their past. I have found out personal things about them, and I just feel like I have made 26 new best friends. And for that reason, I am very grateful.
For more information on Signature Journeys' next Southern Blues departure and for other Signature Journeys destinations, visit the website. Or visit our website to check out more great places to eat, play and stay. For day-to-day updates, there's also our Facebook page. As the sun sets over the stunning Mississippi River, we find ourselves forging full steam ahead to the grand old city of Baton Rouge. Now we'll dock around 8 o'clock tonight, and you have the option of exploring the heartbeat of this magic city or taking it at a slower pace tomorrow. That really is the only decision you'll have to make, except for, shall I have chicken or beef tonight at dinner? It really is first class. The capital of Louisiana, Baton Rouge, is the centre of all great things the state has to offer. Visitors delight in the seamless blend of past and present, experiencing authentic Louisiana at every turn. We were lucky enough to visit on the weekend and wander through the famous Main Street Farmers Market. It's a chance to sample some homegrown produce and enjoy a chat with the locals. The city is also home to Louisiana's Capitol building, which was completed only after 14 months in 1932 and includes the Hall, the Senate and House chambers. The observation deck on the 27th floor overlooks the city of Baton Rouge at a height of 350 feet. The views of the gardens and the rest of the city is simply spectacular. It's time to head back to the American Queen as we journey onto our next destination, Nottoway. Today we visit one of the Deep South's most magnificent antebellum mansions, which overlooks the majestic Mississippi River. Nottoway Plantation truly is a step back in time.
Welcome to Nottoway Plantation. Come to this sprawling sugarcane plantation that was once the home of sugar baron John Hamden Randolph, his wife Emily Jane Liddell Randolph, and their 11 children. Here you will experience his life as a cotton planter before converting to sugarcane of the period. And in this time, you'll get to see lots of beautiful furniture throughout the home, including the spectacular white ballroom where most of their elaborate parties were staged. You'll see the gentleman's study where John would entertain his male guests, and the dining room where elaborate formal dinners were often hosted. We invite everybody to just come and get a glimpse at this fine little piece of Southern hospitality. Everyone, please, come down, stay a while, sit for a little taste of history here at Nottoway Plantation, the largest remaining antebellum home in the South. Take a stroll through our beautiful gardens, have a look at the Randolph family cemetery, eat in our 5-star mansion restaurant. Come on in and sit for a while at Nottoway, the South's largest remaining antebellum home.
Well, it's goodbye to the American Queen and hello to the Big Easy as we continue our Southern Blues signature journeys to the excitement of New Orleans, and what better place to start than right here on Bourbon Street. New Orleans is magical and irresistible. Just take a walk down Bourbon Street and there's always food and entertainment around each and every corner. Take time to stop and absorb the music and atmosphere and appreciate the musical genius New Orleans has to offer. There's a musical festival and celebration almost every week of the year, so there's always something happening no matter what time of year you decide to visit. It's colourful, it's vibrant, and it truly is an experience that only New Orleans can bring. New Orleans is a rich melting pot of French, African and American culture in a city full of beauty, art and the most incredible live music scene. But to really immerse yourself amongst all of the action, start here at Jackson Square in the historic French Quarter. Not only is Jackson Square a wonderful opportunity to take a few pictures, but it's also a melting pot of music and arts and crafts. It's on to the French Quarter, our home for the next few days. It's a perfect place to admire the oldest neighbourhood in New Orleans and really immerse yourself in what New Orleans has to offer. In walking distance, you'll find Armstrong's Park, a public park that honours the jazz great Louis Armstrong. Inside, you'll find sites like Congo Square, an historic meeting place for slaves in the 1800s, as well as sculptures, duck ponds, and lots of open spaces for relaxing. Take a tram ride a few minutes down the road to City Park, where you'll also find the magnificent Sydney and Walter Bestoff Sculpture Garden. The world-class collection of modern and contemporary sculptures is presented in a natural garden surrounding with a surprise at every turn. And there's also the Garden District, developed between 1832 and 1900 and is considered one of the best preserved collections of historic mansions in the southern United States.
Well, it's just been the icing on the cake. Memphis was great and the American Queen was terrific, but this has been wonderful. The music's been fabulous. Here the other night with this Yadonna, she was magnificent, and she also had a hat on from the shop that we'd been to.
I'm very happy with the hotel. It's in a good location and very nice standard.
From Saks Fifth Ave to designer outlets, art galleries and some of the best jewellers in the country, the Warehouse District, New Orleans is a shopper's paradise, and it all starts along this 6-mile stretch right here on Magazine Street. Whether you're after a take-home US bargain, something unique, something a little more daring, or perhaps cool and funky, Magazine Street has it all right here. For something more upmarket, there's Canal Street, where many of the rich and famous like to eat, play and stay. You'll find galleries, jewellery stores, clothing and much, much more.
I went to the market on the first day and I just walked through the markets to have a look what they had, and they had a lot of local things, a lot of jewellery, and they had leather bags and a lot of crafty things. Had a great day in Magazine Street all day, hopping on and off the bus. Took all day because there were some really good boutiques and nice homeware shops and things like that to look at. So I really enjoyed that day. Today I went to the outlets and got some sensible clothes and shoes.
Our Signature Journeys escorted holiday includes a luxury coach transfer an hour out of New Orleans CBD for a swamp tour like no other.
Thelma, this is one of the best days I've ever had. Can you tell us a little bit about Cajun life?
Cajun life is free living and living with the water and the land, the birds, the trees. We just enjoy everything. It's a family-oriented thing, and once you get the bayou, you'll never leave. So I hope you come back. But we live here, and people that live here have lived off of the land. They're either fishermen, hunters, trappers, and then, like I said, there's industry now. So a lot of the young men work in the industry. You were treated to a crawfish pond.
Yes.
And you saw how the crawfish were put into nets, brought ashore for resale. Then you went on the fabulous airboat tour, and it is amazing. You go out into the wilderness of the swamp, and you see all the trees, the birds, and your favorite is the alligator.
And they're massive.
They're massive,
yes.
But they begin small. You held the small one.
I did.
And then you get until the big ones, and you've learned that they're not aggressive. They're only aggressive if it's the mother and that she's protecting her babies. But other than that, the children swim with them. People don't believe that, but they'll swim away from you.
For more information on Signature Journeys' next Southern Blues departure and for other Signature Journeys destinations, visit the website. Or visit our website to check out more great places to eat, play and stay. For day-to-day updates, there's also our Facebook page. Now don't go away, there's still plenty more to come. Now you'll discover many things about New Orleans just walking around some of the streets. I noticed many voodoo stores dotted around the place, so I took some time to find out a little more about voodooism and popped into Voodoo Authentica, located in the French Quarter.
Voodoo is a collective of religions. More notably, it is also a combinative belief system. Each of the systems have combined several different religions from the African traditions. And we also have readings and spiritual cleansings that we offer here in the shop. Most of the dolls that are here are all made locally. They are blessed for either purposes or to represent spirits. We have some that ward off spirits, but some that draw spirits. Like the dolls that represent spirits are to help draw that energy into your home and keep your home blessed.
Here we go! In the evenings, there's many music traps to discover, and the locals tell me Frenchman Street is the place to witness some of the best jazz and blues musicians in the country.
Frenchman Street is unique in the sense that it grew up very organically around the music. It's a place where all the musicians like to go, not only to sit in and play, but also to be a fan of their favorite musicians as well. So that makes it a very unique thing where people come to see the music and they're amongst some of the best musicians standing right next to them in the audience. The Blue Nile is very unique in the sense that it's the oldest building on Frenchman Street. It's built in 1832. It also was the first music club on the street, known back then as the Dream Palace, and this is a reincarnated version of the Dream Palace all these years later. On the first floor, we have our larger shows. It's usually a ticketed show, and you're going to see some of the best musicians you've ever seen. Now, upstairs is more of a party atmosphere with bands as well. We have another stage up there, but we also have a balcony. And a lot of times, what we'll offer is a ticketed show downstairs and a free show upstairs. The band you're going to see tonight is a local band that is absolutely fantastic. They're called the Brassaholics. They are of the tradition of a brass band, but then they have mixed it with a go-go funk is the style.
We're off to another Signature Journeys escorted outing. This time, it's a progressive food and wine experience where we have the chance to mingle with the locals in their very own historic homes.
The house was built in 1831, and it's a Greek Revival style home. And we just love living in the French Quarter because the French Quarter is a place where you can walk to everywhere. You walk to the dry cleaners, to the grocery store, to lovely restaurants and bars, so that's what I like most about it.
As the evening sets in, we visit another wonderfully restored home and have the opportunity to enjoy each other's company in true New Orleans style.
Here we are in the French Quarter and coming to the close of our Signature Journey moments, and you can't get better than this. We're in a fabulous 1830s mansion sitting on the balcony of one of the most incredible houses in the French Quarter. We've just completed 2 other houses as well, with an entree, a main course and a dessert, and the matching wines were just fantastic, so second to none.
And that's why we came on this tour, was because of the music. But I've loved all the things along the way. I love the American Queen and the activities we did and the group of people we're with. They're fabulous. You know, we all compliment each other and get along and have stories to tell at the end of the day, and it's just lovely.
For more information on Signature Journeys' next Southern Blues departure and for other Signature Journeys destinations, visit the website.
It's hard to believe that the Southern Blues Signature Journeys has come to an end with so many wonderful experiences and memories that will simply last a lifetime. But I think the best part is that new friends and new adventures are being made right now, and we look forward to your company on the next journey beyond the unexpected.